Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
So, CD, you talk about this football team. Some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely. But that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here. And then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we've got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame that talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at their 49-yard line.
Big 13. Big 13.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
3rd and 2, now Burrow.
Into a sea of defenders, had intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
After the turnover, it's Tua. He rifles one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Cardinals are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Certainly not the cleanest of starts to this football game. Back-to-back plays yield turnovers in this first quarter.
So there's not much flow right now. A very choppy game. And I know this. It's a copycat league. We say it all the time about the NFL. But I'm not quite sure this is what they had in mind about something they wanted to emulate.
No, you don't want to emulate a turnover. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Burrow gets this one quickly out wide. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 3rd down, Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. that possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 28-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Play action. Now it's Tua. He finds Taylor. Complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Throwing again on 2nd down. Tua. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it, because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 miles. Got to do better.
Tua now on 1st down. Dancing to his left. 43.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. They give to Taylor out of the gun. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And he is going to get the 1st down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there.
It's a gain of a yard. That's another long 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. Here's a diving catch right side. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Hey, did you have one of those backyards that you had one of those, like, mats or pits like you have for high jumpers? And, you know, you had your friends throw the ball and you tried to make the spectacular catches?
I didn't need a mat.
you just did it with the ground?
Absolutely.
That explains your
concrete.
Toughness. That explains your toughness right there, because I think that guy was raised just like you. What a catch.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. On play action, here's Tua. And he comes back with one complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
First and 10, Taylor now.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
From the 16, Tua. Flush to his right, and he'll just get rid of it.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Nagar's kick is good.
And with that, they will move out in front by 3. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Williams now on the return. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They go play action with Burrow. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
And that's why defenders are often frustrated offensive guys. Actually made the catch, looked good doing it, but couldn't get his feet down in order to finish off the takeaway.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Burrow will throw.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. The struggles continue here offensively. Still nothing for him on the scoreboard, and now an interception.
Yeah, the offense looks extremely sluggish, not really in sync at all. Dare I say, it looks like it got left behind in customs.
Oh, you've had that in your back pocket. You were waiting for that.
Probably should have left it in my back pocket, too.
Well played.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
It's Preston Smith. He gets the sack there.
And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
From the gun, it's Taylor.
And he's going to take this down to about the 17. 8 yards here, so that gets him back within striking distance. And now it's 3rd down. now Tua. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Cards force the turnover. And they'll take over at the 10. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost him.
He'll be upended at the 18. That's a very helpful pickup of 9 after the play began at the 9.
Brings up second and 1 at the 18-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. This is McCaffrey on the give. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Steps away to his left. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
On 2.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Cardinals on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. Play action. It's Burrow. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. He's got a man. Complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big connection on that one. 37 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Oh, big hole right side, and he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
He's going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off of play action. Tagovailoa. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And on now is the punter. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at about the 14.
It's a 57-yard punt, 14 on the return.
And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 2nd and 9, Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Burrow. Over the middle, complete. That's Evans. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard stripe. Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll make this a 2nd down. Now a give to Taylor. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Here we go.
To throw again on second down. Tua. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down.
This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another first down. From the gun, it's Tua. Forced out to his left. Slings this deep from McLaurin. It got his man complete. And they finally bring him down, but he reaches the 16. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And they're on the losing end of things here. What do they need to do if they're going to turn things around, CD?
Partner, it's awfully close to being a must drive here, I think, for them, because I think a touchdown here in this opening drive is something they absolutely have to have. They only managed 3 points in the first half. They know that's not going to get it done. So without adding pressure to them, they already know the stakes. They need a touchdown here to get things started.
2nd down and 3. They run once more with Taylor.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
74 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Lindsey now off the read option.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Second down and 4.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa.
Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tua being chased out left.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Looking to pass. Tua. Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Now a 3rd and goal situation as this Arizona defense tries to stand tall once more. Tua with a quick throw caught out wide. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Rolling to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Cardinal defense comes up with a goal line stand. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there.
This time, the extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
From the 31, Tua escaping the pressure right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. On 1st down, Taylor. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Here's Tua. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And all the way in for the touchdown.
Kyle Pitts.
His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Monarchs are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by Nagar is up and good. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Williams to return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he works free. Touchdown! A great effort there. 78 yards. And the Cardinals use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll say he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, but guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
Now a throw here to his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Tua. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Tua now on 1st down.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cardinals will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here we go, here we go.
And they come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The quick throw by Burrow is complete. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
11. 12.
Now they go play action now. Burrow.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him.
Frank Clark able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. That's caught left side. The tight end Pitts. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Tua sets up to pass it. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Flushed out right. And Tua going to slide to a halt, but he will have the first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Tua eluding the pressure right. Tua hit, and the ball is out. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Well, obviously, you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline. It saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense.
Yeah.
I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Tua to throw. He's got McLaurin.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now another timeout called for by the offense as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field, defense.
Tagovailoa
slings this deep from McLaurin, and that is incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Here's Tua.
Flush to his right.
He'll dump this off to Taylor, complete.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Now Tua. He'll drop this down to Taylor.
And he's got this down to the 35. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Back to throw is Tua. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Tagovailoa looking to throw it, escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Second and 2.